Dr. M. P. Jayaraman is an assistant professor in mathematics in L.N. Government College, Poneri. He has specialized on geometric function theory. With 14 years of teaching experience, he has handled topics on probability and queuing theory, discrete mathematics, random process, and engineering mathematics. Being a recognized supervisor for guiding PhD and MS students of Anna University, he is the reviewer of the journal Computer Mathematics and Applications. He has also written books on discrete mathematics and has also published papers in 28 international publications, in 4 national publications, and has presented papers in 2 international and in 2 national conferences.
Welcome you all for UGC lecture series in mathematical sciences. In this session, we are going to discuss about the idea of project crushing in details. In our all earlier discussion on PERT and CPM, it was assumed that the only constraints on activity is the starting time and the ending time. We never taken the aspect of cost and resource availability into account. In project crushing, we are going to take the cost aspect into account. There are 2 costs involved in the project which influences the whole project. The first one is direct cost and the second one is indirect cost. The direct costs are the costs that directly associated with each activity, such as machine cost, labor cost, etc. Now the indirect cost are the costs due to management service, rentals and insurance, etc. These 2 costs has influence on project schedule. The direct cost increases when any of the activity, the length, if we reduce the length of any activity, the direct cost increase, because we have to introduce more machines, more labors and more money, etc. So direct cost increase when the activity shorten the whole project, whereas the indirect cost increases when we shorten the whole project. Therefore, there is a optimum project durations, which is a balance between the direct cost which shorten the project and the indirect cost with lengthen the projects. Therefore, a method of finding the optimum duration and the associated least cost is called least cost schedule. It should be observed that there is no need to crush all the jobs to get a project done faster. Only a critical activities need to be considered. So to shorten a project, no need to crush all the jobs, only the activity involved in the critical path should be crushed. The least cost schedule will indicate which critical activities are to be crushed and by how much so as to get the optimum duration. So a least cost schedule indicates which activity in the critical path should be crushed and to what extent that critical activity should be crushed. So a least cost schedule will indicate which critical activity ought to be crushed and how much so as to get the optimum durations. We have procedure for a project crush. The first step is draw the network. Once we obtain the network, the next step is determine the critical path and the normal durations. Also identify the critical activities. So once we obtain the network, the next step is to determine the critical paths and the critical activities. The third step in the procedure is find the total normal cost and the normal duration of the project. The next step is compute the cost slope for each activity by using the formula cost slope equal to cross cost minus normal cost by normal duration minus cross durations. So a cost slope for any activity is, it is a ratio between cross cost minus normal cost and normal duration minus cross durations. The next step in this project crush is crush all the critical activities of a least cost slope first. to the maximum extent possible so that the project duration is really reduced. So, once we identify the cross slope of each and activity, next idea is we have to cross the critical activity which has a least cost slope then to the maximum extent possible so that the project duration is really reduced. The next step is calculate the new direct cost by cumulatively adding the cost of the crashing to the current direct cost. Therefore, the total cost is new direct cost plus the current indirect cost. The next step in this procedure is when the critical activities are crashed and the duration is reduced, other path may also become a critical. So, in the process, when we cross one activity in a critical path, the other path may also become critical. Such a critical paths are called parallel critical paths. When there is more than one critical path in a network, project duration can be reduced only when either the duration of the critical activity common to all critical path is reduced or the duration of different suitable activities on different critical paths are simultaneously reduced. So, whenever there is a parallel critical path, there are two ways we can cross the critical activity. One is if any critical activity is common to critical path, then cross that critical path. In other case, we have to cross a different suitable activities on different critical path simultaneously. The final step in this procedure is stop the process when the total cost is minimum. This gives the optimum schedule called optimum duration or least cost duration. So, by applying this procedure for project crashing, now we can solve a problem. The problem is the following data is pertaining to the project with normal time and crash time. There are jobs, activities 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 5. For each activity, a normal time is given and the normal cost is given. And for each activity, the crash time is given and crash cost is given. For each activity, this is our crash time and crash cost. So, the data involving jobs and their normal time, normal cost and crash time and crash cost is given. Now, the question is, if the indirect cost is rupees 100 per day, find the least cost schedule, that is find the optimum duration. The next question is, what is the minimum durations? So, a project in terms of activities whose normal time and normal cost, cross time and cross cost is given and the indirect cost is 100 per day is given. With this, we are interested in finding the least cost schedule, that is optimum duration. We are also interested in finding minimum durations. Now, in order to obtain the least cost schedule or optimum duration, our first aim is to construct a network for the given problem. The network for the given problem is this one: 1, 2, 3 one activity, 1, 2, 2 one activity is there, then 3 to 4 one activity, 2 to 4 one activity, then 2 to 5 and 4 to 5. So, by representing this all activity, we get the corresponding network is this one, in which the activity 1 to 3 assumes 4 days and the activity 1 to 2 assume 8 days and the activity 3 to 5 assume 5 days, activity 2 to 4 assume 2 days and activity 2 to 5 assumes 10 days and the activity 4 to 5 assume 3 days. From this, in order to obtain the critical path for each and every node, we have to compute the earliest starting time and latest finishing time. For the node E, the earliest starting time is 0 because starting time of the project is 0. Now, for the node 3, the E value will be 4 and for the node 2, the earliest starting time is 8, because for the node 2 only one incoming activity is 1 to 2, which is 8. Now for the node 4 there are two incoming activities, one is from 3 to 4, another one is 2 to 4. Therefore the earliest starting time is maximum. The maximum of this one is 8 plus 2, 10. And for the final activity E, using the similar technique, the earliest starting time value is 8 plus 10, 18. Now for each and every node we have to compute the latest finishing time. For the final node, the latest finishing time is total completion time of the project, which is 18. Now for the node 4, L value is 18 minus 3, which is 15. Now for the node 2, the earliest starting time is 18 minus 10, which is 8. Now for node 3, the L value is 15 minus 5, 10, and for the node 1, L value is 0. So in order to obtain critical path for in the network diagram for each and every node, we will find earliest starting time and latest finishing time. By obtaining this value, now we can easily find out the critical path for this problem. The critical path is path 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. So the critical path of this network is the path 1 to 2 and 2 to 5, which assumes 8 plus 10, 18 days. So for this problem, the critical path is path 1 to 2 and 2 to 5, and the normal duration is 8 plus 10, 18 days. Once we obtain the critical path for this problem, now we can find the total cost. Total cost is indirect cost plus direct cost. Now for this problem, the normal duration is 18 days. Per day the indirect cost is 100. Therefore indirect cost is 18 plus 100, plus the direct cost is nothing but the total normal cost. If we sum all this normal cost, the sum will be 580. Therefore the direct cost is 580. Therefore the total cost is 1800 plus 580, which is 2380. So rupees 2380 is the total cost for this problem. Now once we obtain the total cost for this problem, now we have to cross the critical activity. In order to cross the critical activity, first our aim is we have to compute the cost slope for each and every activity. We know very well the cost slope formula is cross cost minus normal cost divided by normal duration minus cross durations. Now for the activity 1, 2, we try to compute the cost slope. For the activity 1, 2, the cross cost is 200, normal cost is 100. So for the activity 1, 2, the cost slope is cross cost 200 minus normal cost 100 divided by, for the activity 1, 2, the normal duration is 8 days and the cross duration is 6 days. Therefore it is 8 minus 6. Therefore 100 by 2, which is 50. Therefore the cost slope for the activity 1, 2 is 50. Next for the activity 1, 3, the cost slope is cross cost, which is 350 minus the normal cost, which is 150. So for the activity 1, 2, 3, the cost slope is 350 minus 150 by the normal time, which is 4, minus the cross time, which is 2. So 4 minus 2. So which is 200 by 2, which is 100. So in the similar way, for each and every activity we can compute the cost slope. Proceeding similarly, the cost slope for each and every activity. For the activity 1, 2, it is 15. For the activity 1, 3, it is 100. For the activity 2, 4, it is 40. For the activity 2, 5, it is 60. For the activity 3, 4, it is 25. For the final activity, it is 10. So by making use of this formula, we can compute the cost slope for each and every activity. Once we obtain the cost slope, in order to cross the critical activity, next our aim is we have to look into the critical activity alone. In this problem, the critical activity is the activity 1, 2, which is the critical activity, and the activity 2, 5. Since our critical path is 1 to 2 and 2 to 5, the critical activity is 1, 2 and 2, 5. Among these two critical activity, the least cost slope value corresponds to 1, 2, which is 50. So, among the all cost slope, we should look into the activity involved in the critical path. In this problem, the activity involved in the critical path is 1, 2 and 2, 5. Among these two critical activity, the activity 1, 2 has the least cost slope 50. Therefore, first we have to cross this activity 1, 2. For the activity 1, 2, the crossing time is 6 and the normal time is 8. From this, it is clear that now we have to cross this activity 1, 2 by 2 hours. We have to cross the activity 1, 2 by 2 hours. So, the activity 1, 2 should be crossed by 2 hours. So, if we cross that activity 1, 2 by 2 hours, then the activity 1, 2 assumes the normal duration as 8 minus 2, which is 6. Therefore, by crossing the activity 1, 2 by 2 hours, we have the critical path 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. So, the critical path in the first stage is 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. So, this is our current critical path for this stage. Therefore, current critical path is 1 to 2, 2 to 5. Since we crossed the activity 1 to 2, 2 by 2 hours, now the normal duration for 1 to 2 is 6. Therefore, current duration is 6 plus 10. Therefore, 16 is the current duration. Now, the current total cost is the indirect cost, which is 16 per day 100 rupees. Therefore, 16 into 100. Now, the earlier cost is 580 plus now since we crossed the activity 1, 2, now the cost slope for the activity 1, 2 is 50. Therefore, now the direct cost is 2 into 50. Therefore, the current total cost for this one is 1600 plus 580 plus 100, which gives us 2280. So, by crossing this activity 1 to 2 by 2 hours, the current total cost will be 2280. Next, we have to cross the activity 2, 5. Since if we consider the path 1 to 3 and 3 to 4 and 4 to 5, it assumes 4 plus 5 plus 3, which is 12 days. So, if we consider the path 1 to 3 and 3 to 4 and 4 to 5, the normal duration is 12 days, which gives an idea that we have to cross this activity 2, 5 by 4 days, which is possible because for the activity 2, 4, for the activity 2, 5, the cross timing is 5 days. Therefore, which shows that we can cross the activity 2, 5 by 4 days. In the next step, we have to cross the activity 2, 5 by 4 days. So, if we cross that activity 2, 5 by 4 days, then the activity 2, 5, which originally assumed 10 days, now becomes 10 minus 4, 6 days. In this crossing, now the critical activity we have is 1 to 2 plus 2 to 5, which assume 6 plus 6, 12 days. If we consider the activity 1 to 3 and 3 to 4 and 4 to 5, which also assumes 12 days, 4 plus 5 plus 3, 12 days. Therefore, as far as this stage concerned, we have two critical paths. One critical path is path 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. Another critical path is path 1 to 3 and 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. Now, in the both critical path, the normal time is 6 plus 6 for the path 1 to 5, and the path 1, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, which is 4 plus 5 plus 3, 12 days. Therefore, current duration is 12 days. Now, the current total cost is indirect cost, which is 12 into 100 plus 680. Now, we cross this activity to 5 by 4 days. Therefore, the direct cost will be 4 into the corresponding cost slope. For the activity 2.5, the corresponding cost slope is 60. Therefore, the direct cost will be 4 into 60, which is 240. Therefore, the current total cost at this stage is 1200 plus 680 plus 240, which is 2120. So, rupees 2120 is the current total cost in stage 2. The next stage, now which critical activity we should cross, that is the question. For that, the one critical activity is 1 to 2, 2 to 5 is there. Next critical activity 1 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5 is there. Now, from this, if we consider the path 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 and 4 to 5. So, if we consider the path 1 to 2, 2 to 4 and 4 to 5, which has 6 plus 2 plus 3, which has 11 days. Since the normal duration for the path 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 and 4 to 5 is 11 days. Now, we have to cross the activity 2.5 by 1 day and 4.5 by 1 day. Since the activity 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 and 4 to 5 has 11 days, now we have to cross the activity 2 to 5 by 1 day. We have to cross the activity 2 to 5 by 1 day and cross the activity 4 to 5 by 1 day. So, if we cross 2 to 5 by 1 day and 4 to 5 by 1 day, the critical activity will be 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. So, 1 to 2 and 2 to 5, which assume 6 plus 5, 11 days. Another critical path is path 1 to 3 and 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. Therefore, another critical path 1 to 2, 4 and 4, 5 assumes 4 plus 5 plus 2, 9 plus 2, 11 days. Therefore, the current critical path at this stage is 1 to 2, 2 to 5. Another critical path is 1 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 5, which assumes 11 days. Therefore, current duration is 11 days. Now, the current total cost is indirect cost, which is 11 into 100, because per day the indirect cost is 100, 11 plus 100 plus 920. Now, at this stage we are crossing the activity 2.5 by 1 day. Therefore, 1 into the corresponding cost slope for 2.5 is 60, and we are crossing the activity 4.5 by 1 day. The corresponding cost slope is 10. Therefore, 1 into 10. Therefore, the current total cost is 11 into 100 plus 920, which corresponds to the indirect cost, and direct cost is 1 plus 60 for the activity 2.5 concern plus 1 into 10 for the activity 4.5 concern, which gives us the cost will be 2090. Therefore, the current total cost for this problem is 2090. Now, in this problem, now we are crossing all the critical activities. Hereafter, we cannot cross any activity. Therefore, the optimum duration for this problem is 11 days and the cost will be 2090. Now, this cross scheduling will be tabulated here. We have 4 stage. The very beginning stage, we are not doing any crossing. The current duration is 18 days. the direct cost will be total normal cost, which is 580. The indirect cost, the current duration is 18 per day, 100 rupees. Therefore, 18 into 100, 1800. Therefore, total cost is sum of direct cost plus indirect cost, which is 2380 rupees. In stage 1, we are crossing the critical activity 1-2 by 2 days. Therefore, the current duration becomes 16 days and the direct cost will be 680 and the corresponding indirect cost will be 16 into 100, which is 1600. Now, sum of these two values will give us 2280. In stage 2, we are crossing the critical activity 2-5 by 4 days. Therefore, the current duration will become 12 days. For this stage, the direct cost will be 920 and the indirect cost will be 12 into 100, which is 1200. The sum of these two values will give us the total cost will be 2120. In the stage 3, we are crossing 2-5 by 1 day and activity 4-5 by 1 day. Therefore, it becomes the current duration as 11 days. For 11 days, the indirect cost will be 11 into 100, 1100. Now, the direct cost will be 990. If we sum these two values, the total cost will be 2090. Therefore, the given problem has the optimum duration as 11 days. The given project has optimum duration as 11 days and which has a least cost value, which is 2090. For this problem, the minimum duration also 11 days. For this problem, the minimum duration and the optimum duration both are coincide. So, optimum duration is 11 days, minimum duration is 11 days, the least cost value will be 2090. In the project crushing, the first step is by obtaining network, we have to calculate the critical path. Once we obtain the critical path, next we have to compute the cost slope for each and every activity using the formula cost slope equal to cross cost minus normal cost divided by normal duration minus cross durations. Once we obtain the cost slope, we have to look into the least cost slope first and to the maximum extent possible, so that the project duration is really reduced. Once we did these things, next we have to compute the total cost, which is the new direct cost plus current indirect cost. Now, in this process, if we do it, we will get the least cost value. The question: a project consists of the following activities and the time estimate, a jobs given, which is in terms of optimistic time, most likely time, pessimistic time. If the indirect cost is rupees 25 per day, find the least cost schedule and the optimum duration for the table. Thank you.